apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No. If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself.
Yes, dude.
It's like nervous laughter.
Look at Sorkin.
Go fuck yourself.
Is he doing it? Okay.
In case he wasn't clear enough the first time.
You calling him out?
Hey, Bob. If you're in the
Wow. Because Bob Iger spoke earlier that day.
Bob Iger, yeah.
That's
Do
how
you
I
think
feel.
he's still in the room, actually,
Yeah,
when he's
he
saying
is.
this?
How do you think then about apology tour?
Absolutely amazing when he's like, I hope they stop.
You can.
What?
He actually freezes.
Stop advertising.
Yeah.
He actually freezes for a second. So Andrew Sorkin, this is a guy. You know, he's CNBC, but he's kind of like their golden boy. Then he goes on, this is the New York Times Summit. This is like the masters of the universe of Wall Street. They're all there. Yeah. Elon comes in. This is where Jamie Dimon, I think earlier in the day, came out and urged everyone to get behind Nikki Haley. They're like, hey, let's get the Uniparty back together. Yep. You know, let's do it, guys. Remember we used to run game before Trump? We're going to do that again. And Sorkin was totally down, and everyone was fine with that. Like you can be totally fine by telling people that you want to go on a murderous rampage and invade the Middle East and kill thousands of people. That's cool, and nobody bats an eye. But if you tell advertisers to F off, then everybody loses.
I was going to say you can advocate for attacking Russia.
Yes, nuclear war.
Nuclear war. But if you say we're going to build a wall on our southern border, well, now you're a bigot, racist, and must be stopped.
And there's no way to afford that. We couldn't possibly afford $3 billion for the wall, even though we're paying, what, $450 billion for all the illegals? Is it billion or million?
Mm-hmm. I think it's billion.
It's actually a billion. It's like a factor. It's like, I almost can't believe this.
You see Chicago, they're building the camps.
I love
With
it.
churches?
They're building
I love it.
2 camps with churches?
No.
They have big empty industrial lots.
I'm mixing up stories.
And they're in two areas in the south side of Chicago. They're building a brick and mortar migrant camp, and then they're also building a tent city.
Well, you see, that'll be perfect for once we get in power for the mass deportations to start, because Stephen Miller is going to run up there himself and actually just start shoveling them onto the back of trucks.
Alex Jones called this a long time ago. It's wild.
That they're the left
15
is far more willing to use government power against any target than the right is. Mm-hmm. Right, the right is terrified of wielding power.
Well, because,
the left has no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, well, that's right, because the left that's what they decided governance is. They decided governance is using the government to suppress the American people, and that's their plan.
Right. So the only difference is they'd want to put us in there.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the Elon story, I don't know if this was a response, but there's a quote from Bob Iger. I have a lot of respect for Elon and what he has accomplished, said Iger. We know that Elon is larger than life in many respects, and that his name is very much connected to the companies he founded or owns. By him taking the position he took in a public manner, we felt that the association was not necessarily a positive one for us. And I'm going to go ahead and say they're lying.
It's not a response. He said it prior.
He said it prior, right. And he's lying because...
So that's why he said, hi, Bob.
They wrote to their shareholders. This is Iger's Disney, right?
Yeah.
Bob Iger, yeah,
right.
Easy.
They wrote that they know that their views are misaligned with the public.
Mm-hmm.
So for
internally,
to shareholders, to investors,
right?
So they know that they're on the wrong side of all of this, and they're losing money because of it.